talk to you after the game. So I guess
you're going to find me after the game, trust me.
That's what I'm trying to ask you now. As you try to put your finger on it, kind of what didn't go the way you wanted it to this season for the defensive group?
Well, I mean, I think there's a lot of things. I don't think it's appropriate right now to even talk about it, to be quite honest with you. Like I said, things didn't go the way we wanted them to go. And because of it, we struggled. And, we're out of work right now at the end of the season. So I don't think it's appropriate for me to point a finger or say this is wrong and that's wrong at this particular point.
As you look at just specifically your group, how much progression have you seen with those guys throughout the year compared to maybe what you thought you could have gotten?
Well, like I said, I thought that particularly the last 2 games, we made a lot of improvement. I thought throughout the season we did some good things. Were we good enough? Obviously not. But I'm not down on the kids. I thought the kids fought and did a good job.
What were they like to kind of work with on a daily and weekly basis throughout the year, the defensive line guys?
Challenging, I think. Some challenging personalities in there, but for the most part, good.
Coach, just what has this week kind of been like for you? And it's got to be a little bit of an emotional roller coaster.
You know what? I'll be quite honest with you. It's not been emotional whatsoever. I mean, like I said, I come to work at the same time. I do the same thing in the meetings. I do the same thing in practice. So it's not been all that emotional for me. It's the reality of things like this happen in this business. They pay us a lot of money. We're professionals. When things like this happen, you don't like it. You got to live with it.
Is that your personality, or 20 years, rewind the
clock
20 years?
I think it's my age, to be quite honest with you. I don't think it's my personality. 20 years ago, I'd be pissed off at the world, But I'm not, by any stretch of the imagination, I'm not bitter with anything that transpired here. We did not do a good enough job to keep our jobs this year. That's the reality of it. We could have done better. We didn't. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. This is a great place, and there's good people here. And whoever comes in next, hopefully he'll get it turned around and they'll be headed in the right direction.
How many times have you been through this situation previously?
Well, this particular situation, I've only really been through it, 39 years. I've been through it twice before this. The first time I was kept, and that was at Memphis State many, many years ago when Richard Williamson was let go and Rex Stockley became the head coach. The second time was at the University of Miami when we actually went to a bowl game and won the bowl game, but Coach Coker was relieved of his duties, and that really had more to do not with winning and losing, with all the things that had happened during the season that year. I had a defensive lineman, Brian Pata, who got murdered. Then there was a fight in the FIU game. So I think there was a lot of other things that led to that other than the winning and losing, because we were actually a really good defense that year. We broke the Miami run record that year defensively. So we were a good defense. So I this is like the third time, I guess, in 39 years that I had to go through this.
What do you think you'll take away as the most lasting memory of this season?
A lot of first halves. Florida first half, the last 2 games, the first half. I think a lot of first halves. I don't know. There's a hell of a lot more to remember. I think beating NC State in the opener was a nice deal for our football team and our kids. But other than that, I don't think there's a whole lot to cherish throughout the year.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Are y'all pretty healthy going into this week?